Hi and welcome. This is a summary of the experience using the EcoFlow Smart Home Panel after 1 year. Here is a simplified overview of our house and our energy system. We have a grid-tied solar array with 7.4 kilowatt peak power. All of our heating and warm water is produced and delivered by our ground source heating system. Then we have the Smart Home Panel with its 2 Delta Pro units and 2 extra batteries with a total capacity of 14.4 kilowatt hours. This system is off-grid and it's powering 10 circuits in the house. To charge the system we have a total of 8 solar panels, 4 to each Delta Pro unit, with a total capacity of 3.2 kilowatt peak. We can also charge them through the AC if needed. This shows some stats from the past 30 days with the Smart Home Panel. This is during summer, so not much power is needed for the air source heat pump that is connected to one of the circuits. During winter this number is considerably higher, but during summer, using it for cooling the house, it does not require that much energy. In this case only about 25 kilowatt hours during the months that we see here. We also had one power outage during this time. It lasted only a minute or so, but it's always nice when there is a power outage, even a short one, that there is no light flickering, no internet router that needs to be reset or restart. It's just business as usual. During the past winter we had a longer power outage that lasted a few hours and the outside weather was minus 12 degrees Celsius. It was very assuring and comforting with the system that we could still have lights, heat, water and the ability to make some food. If we are conservative with the energy, we could last up to 2 days during the winter. So, during 1 year, the number one consumer is the heat pump. Here we have the consumers ranked from 1 to 10 and the amount of electricity they draw. And the circuit that has consumed the least amount of electricity is the water pump. This is a pump that sits 80 meters deep in the ground. That was the Smart Home Panel. We can now look at our house total electricity consumption. During the past year, with 2 electric cars that we charge 99% of the times at home, the total consumption is 11,259 kilowatt hours. Our total PV production, electricity generated by our solar panels, is 6,383 kilowatt hours. This is a bit lower than usual. We can extract the cars from the equation and see that we produce almost as much electricity as we consume. A simplified graph that shows the energy flow during the past year. The Smart Home Panel system and its solar cells have produced and delivered a total of 1,117 kilowatt hours. With the capacity of the batteries and its solar panels, this could be optimized more and produce more, perhaps up to 2,500 to 3,000 kilowatt hours per year. But for that to happen, we need to optimize the system better, with perhaps being able to charge one of the cars through the system. Summary of 1 year using the system. We have saved 1,117 kilowatt hours, which we know now could be more. But worth mentioning, this also enables us to export and sell more electricity to the grid from our grid-tied solar array. It has kicked in seamlessly during dozens of power outages. That's worth a lot. It has so far never failed. We are also more independent and don't have to fully rely on the grid. We can peak shave during winter by charging the batteries during off-peak time and use them during peak hours. And that saves us money. Some observations made. We can optimize further and save more. We have had to calibrate the batteries or the BMS on the batteries one time during this time or during this period. I will leave a link in the description that shows how one can do that. To have both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to communicate with the panel and the batteries is very good in a scenario where one might not have internet or Wi-Fi. Updates have come regularly to the home panel and the batteries and the app. They have worked good and sometimes include some nice features and not just only bug fixes. I also want to point out that the app and its software is very good. It's fast and reliable. I have experience and can compare with Huawei, Victron Energy, SolarEdge and Fronius. And in my opinion, EcoFlow is in another league. So, that's all I had to say after 1 year of using this system. So all I can say now is thank you for watching.